Welcome back to the D&D Talk Wrestling Weekly Rewind,
where we cover everything inside of the ropes and outside of the ropes. So stay tuned for the news because we got some pretty good things coming up. Rey Mysterio is receiving an award, AEW and Family Guy crossover, and Indy Hartwell finally wins some gold. So
finally wins some gold. She's had gold before.
I mean, since her release.
Oh, since her release.
Yeah, way to ruin the entire intro with that.
Nah, roll the intro right now. Look at that. Wasn't that intro something else? I think it played one. I think it played last time, though. I don't remember. I think I played it like a month ago when the last time we recorded because it feels like it's been forever.
I was too busy dancing over here a little bit.
It feels like it's been forever. You were sick. I was gone away. I feel like we haven't recorded in a month.
Well, we sent videos back and forth to each other.
Pause. They don't need to know that.
No, I didn't pause it, though.
Okay, let's start the rewind. Let's get into Dynamite from last week. Started with an AEW Women's Championship Eliminator Fatal 4-Way of Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa, Penelope Ford, and Anna Jay. Toni Storm won with a chicken wing onto Penelope Ford to win. I do like how she's doing these, because the Eliminator challenges are like, if you beat me, you get a title shot. So I like how she's like doing Fatal 4-Ways, because she did one. She's doing one this week. I think she did one like the week prior too. Yeah. So she's going like through the roster, but like it's a cool way to like get them out there. Next there was a Ring of Honor TV Championship match of Nick Wayne versus, how did Christian say it? Somebody from his past, and it was Rhino, which was really cool.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan of Rhino.
I've always been a Rhino fan. there was somebody put a picture on Twitter. I'll see if I can find it and put it in, of like every iteration of him in every company. And there's one where like he's got short hair and no beard. And I'm like, that's not Rhino. There's no way that's Rhino.
No, short hair and no beard.
Yeah,
it kind of looks like Rusev.
It was weird. Plus, I didn't realize some places it was an I, some places it was a Y, which was also kind of weird.
Well, he had to change it up, like for trademark purposes.
WWE probably made him change it. Yeah. Anyways, Nick Wayne retained
the
title.
Before you go on, did you ever see the interview with Rhino? Where he says
Which interview?
Where he says that no one's ever kicked out of the gore.
No.
And then someone's like, well, what about this? He's like, oh, that was a spear.
Oh, I did see that. I saw something because they're like, yeah, no, I didn't gore them by spear though.
Yeah, that was just
I saw
a spear,
something like that. Yeah, that's funny.
But no one's ever kicked out of the gore. It's up.
I did see that. That was kind of funny.
You may continue.
Nick Wayne retained the Ring of Honor TV title by hitting the kill switch.
Did he?
Which was kind of cool. Next was Swerve Strickland, Mike Bailey, and Mark Briscoe versus the Young Bucks and Ricochet. Matt Jackson pinned Swerve with a stack-up pin for the win. And this story is continuing, and it's going to keep continuing until a really good match that I think we're both going to have to watch. Next was another championship eliminator, Kazuchika Okada. I almost forgot to say his name. It's been so long. Kazuchika Okada versus Kevin Knight. Okada won with a Rainmaker. Obviously, it was a little bit of a squash match. To end off Dynamite last week, there was Samoa Joe versus Claudio Castagnoli. Samoa Joe won with the Coquina Clutch, taking out Claudio because this week there's the big steel cage match of Joe and Moxley, which is really good, but we'll talk about that next week.
I just realized as you were talking that, they're probably going to notice that you have an updated camera now. We have a better camera.
They're gonna be like, wow, what?
And I was just looking down at your phone, which we could see like what's going on just closer up, and I'm just like, damn, we're in like high definition.
I think this is 4K high definition.
Like
I could put it back.
I have the body that tells the world I have a wonderful personality. I don't know if I should be.
Why do you think I have my computer like up here? So
I don't know if I should be in 4K. That's the only thing I'm curious. Like I'm wondering about here.
We'll have to see.
This camera's not putting us over right now.
No, it's not going to do that at all.
This is a squash match.
This camera's going to squash us all the time.
It's 100% a squash match.
So instead of going to SmackDown...
Oh, yeah, it was a busy week for wrestling.
Last week Collision was on Thursday because of Backlash. Duh. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. So we'll go to Collision first. Collision started with Ricochet versus Angelico. Collision, Jesus Christ. Ricochet won with a spirit gun. And in that match... Zach Gowen, who a few may not know, was in the early 2000s. It had to be the early 2000s. He was in WWE somewhere
early
in there.
To mid 2000s.
He had a feud with Lesnar. I give it up to him, man. He's a wrestler with one leg, like he's still going. But he was in the crowd And Ricochet attacked him in the crowd and took his prosthetic leg and walked out with it. So next week, which was last night, but we'll talk about next week, was Ricochet versus Zach Gowen, and it was an interesting match. Like, he actually did really good.
I'm so glad Ricochet got to leave WWE and do a lot more serious things than AEW. Like,
did you see the thing he put? He also put something on Twitter of like, WWE. I lost my love for wrestling from WWE, but AEW is bringing it back. They're making fun of you for being bald every week, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about?
Well, Javon Evans put him in his place. So.
Javon, yeah. Did you see the fake report that they were gonna have like, internet classes or something down at the Performance Center?
No.
There was some. It was a. I'm gonna see.
There is this like kayfabe like WWE page out there that people are believing stuff. Because I saw one about catering.
The Otis thing.
Oh yeah.
It was the Otis where like something's free and then the guy's got to pay $1, the girl's got to pay $1.50
because people were stealing like zebra cakes.
I think this one was from Sean Ross Sapp and then he realized it was fake. I'll have to see when you're talking about SmackDown. I'll have to see if I can pull it up.
There's a lot of those things rolling around.
It was something of like. What we were just talking. Why did I just totally blank on what we were just talking about?
The Ricochet thing.
I don't remember. I really don't remember. Damn.
Ricochet and Javon Evans.
Oh yeah. The NXT was gonna have like internet classes of like how to like talk on the internet and stuff. And I actually thought it was real. And Sean Ross Sapp was like, "Oh, I got fooled. This isn't a real thing." And I was like, "Damn, man! Like, even you got fooled."
I mean, if anything, Javon was just sticking up for his like company.
Yeah.
Because everybody at AEW loves taking shots at WWE now, apparently.
Yeah, Ospreay, you need to calm down, brother.
It's the new thing to do.
It must be the new thing to do. But you know what's funny? The people that were something in WWE aren't. Mox isn't doing it. Copeland's not doing it. Claudio's not doing it. Like, the people that were something in WWE.
Because, like, they realize, like, at the end of the day, the grand scheme of things, WWE, AEW, TNA, it's just a wrestling company. That's all it is.
It's just a job. You're going to get fired from one and go to the next one.
Yeah, that's exactly what Mox did. Like, I'm sure he hated a lot of stuff that happened in WWE, but, like, A, it's the different people that run it now, and B, he has a lot of friends over there, so it's like...
Oh, God, yeah.
Ospreay just never worked there, so it's like...
Yeah, and he said he never would because of the schedule.
Well, that is understandable because he has a family, his wife, and all that stuff. Like, I understand that aspect of it, which is why kind of like Edge, Cope, went to AEW because it's lighter.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't know. Will's just talking so much shit.
For no reason.
And there's a lot of guys in WWE that I think...
Right,
like,
we had this talk before. There's definitely people that can perform just as good as him or outperform him.
Ray Phoenix.
I mean, Ray Phoenix is in AEW though.
He's in WWE now. Everything that Will's saying is about current superstars.
Fair. Penta.
Chad Gable.
Javon.
Montez Ford.
Dom. Shit. I mean, the stuff.
Well, I mean, I won't put. I love Dom, but I won't put him wrestling ability up there with Ospreay. But
Logan. I mean, he's in a feud with Hangman, and Logan's basically Hangman.
I saw Kenny's comments. Kenny Omega.
You saw that where it's like WrestleMania's going to be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast. What are we doing?
He wasn't even taking shots at WWE really. But that was funny.
That was kind of funny.
But still, our point is like, Will, just be the top guy in AEW.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
you don't have to keep taking shots.
Don't worry about whatever else is going on.
You're just sound like an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend that's hung up.
And you've never even been there. Like, I can see if you were there and then you went over, but
like Claudio has reason to talk shit because he got over so much more in AEW than he did there.
Oh God, yeah, and he doesn't. I've never heard him say one
Mox
bad thing.
deserves to talk shit because he was freaking with a plant.
He was with a plant, and then he was with a gas mask.
And now he's one of the hottest things in wrestling.
And I've never heard either one of them say anything bad. Maybe they have, like, when they first left, but
or maybe they're just like smart about it or professional and just talk shit behind the scenes.
Right, that could be it. He's at home. Him and Renee are driving home. Your other place was a shithole. I'm only glad I was there because I met you. No, you're not. I mean, you're not wrong. The stuff he was doing is a little out of hand.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of crazy shit going on the internet anymore.
A lot, yeah.
And
like all this baby AI videos that somebody needs to do for us.
I gotta just shave my beard off a little bit.
So the next match on Collision was an 8-man tag match.
Well, we really got off topic.
Yeah, like I looked at my computer and I went, oh man. It was the Outrunners, AR Fox and Bandito versus the Don Callis family. Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta hit AR Fox with the Jackal Driver to get the win, which is a cool name for a finisher, the Jackal Driver.
Jackal Driver?
Yeah. I have a clip of the finisher. I've seen it before, but just, I don't know, the Jackal Driver just sounds cool. Next was a squash match of the night. Anthony Bowens versus Lee Johnson. Anthony Bowens won with the Molly Wop, which I love. The Molly Wop, I love that name.
I don't know why. I don't.
That's fun.
It's fun.
Next was...
It's fun to say.
I don't know, yeah. Next was Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale. Statlander won with the Saturday Night Fever.
I like that.
The Saturday Night, yeah. And it's just a pile... Like, I think it's just a pile driver. Like, one of the inverted pile drivers.
It's the name, though.
Yeah, she used to call it, like... Big Bang Catastrophe, because she used to be like an alien from outer space.
Oh, that's...
Because she would go up to other wrestlers and like boop them on the nose, and I'm like, what do you do? But now that she's like an actual person, she calls it Saturday Night Fever. Is really cool.
I'm gonna do that now from now on. Every time I see people,
just boop.
Yeah.
Just she would, because she was with Orange Cassidy. You know, he just does it. So she would.
Hot take. I hate his gimmick.
I don't know, man. I don't like it now that he's talking more. But when I first saw him, I was like, this is kind of funny.
Never a fan.
Like when he would do the fake kicks and everyone would just go, oh. Even Bully Ray. Bully Ray hates everything. Bully Ray's like, I kind of like it.
I don't know. I like him. I like him as a wrestler when he actually like does regular wrestling. But I just don't never like.
There was some weird indie stuff that he did, like I didn't like, but some of the stuff he does now in AEW, I'm like, oh, like when he wrestles like with his hands in his pockets.
At least I could say he's original because I've never seen.
I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah. Nothing against him. See,
No.
see, now I'm talking shit. I'm like Will Ospreay.
All right, Ospreay.
Yeah.
Next was another squash match of the Dark Order versus Konosuke Takeshita and Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander hit Ryan Joyner with a pile driver to get the win. Then we had Mike Bailey versus Jurlistico. Mike Bailey won with Time Adventure, which that's a dumb name for a finisher, man.
You know what? Finishers matter so much. Obviously, that's like your go-to move. But the names of them, I think
the names matter way more.
Yeah.
Because, like, every 80s finisher was a leg drop, a DDT. Something dumb that, like, you see.
I know you're not the biggest fan, but Lesnar, the F5.
The F5, no, yeah.
Like, that's just perfect. Punk, like, go to sleep.
Go to
I know
sleep. He took it from Kenta. Kenta?
Yeah. You almost said Penta.
I almost did.
But,
no, but the names
matter.
The names matter, yeah.
They do.
Like, I think the FU is better than the Attitude Adjustment.
Oh, 100%.
Which I understand they had to go because they're going PG, but like the FU was cool.
The Undertaker with the last ride.
Yeah.
I like that.
The Crossroads.
The
Pedigree, like
yes.
Some of the names, it could be the dumbest thing, but
a super kick, sweet chin music.
Sweet chin music. Come on, how many super kicks do you see? How many super kicks do you see in a match, and you're gonna name it sweet chin music?
Is it an Usos match? Because there's a lot.
Is it an Usos versus Young Bucks match? Because it's all gonna be super kicks.
I'll be honest. If there's a Samoan in that match, there's super kicks. Let's be real.
To end off Collision, we had Daniel Garcia versus Dax Hardwood. Ended in a no contest. Both guys were bleeding. There was a lot of interference because Hardwood went to Nigel McGuinness on commentating, pushed him, so Nigel got in the ring. Cash got in the ring, so the ref is just like, all right, cool, I'm out, and like left. He was, I'm done. No contest, I'm out, I'm leaving. It was a cool way to end.
Many times in my life that I just
wish I could be like, all right, no contest, I'm out.
Yeah.
Bye. See you guys.
You might see that this weekend at work.
Damn. So that ended Collision. So we can go into SmackDown.
Oh, that's me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just making sure. Once again, before I get into this first match, I saw something funny. I was playing...
We're getting really off.
We are. I was playing WWE 2K, and I went to Community Creations, and one of the top ones that I saw was LA Knight, but he was dressed as a knight.
I saw that on Twitter.
And I was just sat there laughing for like 5 minutes.
I also saw on Twitter,
the
caption said, I made Booker T's fantasy come true, because they played a Stephanie Bakura against Booker T, and they put Booker T in that move she does where she puts her head between her legs and like smashes it.
The Devil's Kiss?
Yeah, he was like, I'm making Booker T's fantasy come true, and I was like, damn, Booker.
Yeah. That game's so fun though. But anyways, going into SmackDown.
I see the Prime bottle's in it now.
What?
The Prime bottle's in it.
In what?
2K.
Oh yeah, it's always in the corner.
No. Remember when KSI dressed as the Prime Bottle?
Oh.
That's like...
Oh, it's a costume.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like in the corner.
No. That's... Because I don't know why, but the DLC for this week, the DLC is... Motor City, Vicur, Julia, and then like a mystery, but it's already out. Yeah. The mystery is KSI in the Prime Bottle.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of cool.
Because like on the corner of the ring where they do in real life.
How they always have, cart, I saw those.
And you could like throw people into it and hit them with the big bottle.
No, you could be like the Prime Bottle and I guess KSI's in it.
Or you could be like Randy Orton and take a sip and...
What did you say? This is horrible or something? Yeah, he was drinking a sour one. I mean,
he no-sells everything.
He does no-sell everything. All
right, so SmackDown we start with Damian Priest and LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Knight ends up hitting the BFT out of nowhere on Solo for the win. After the match, Priest and Knight brawl. Jacob attacks them both, and then Drew sneaks in and takes out Jacob.
We will say this is the go home for Backlash.
This is the go home for Backlash,
which we're not going to talk about. That'll be the podcast episode. But
so at the end of that segment, you have Drew standing tall, taking on everybody. We had a quick video package for Aleister Black. Says that he is the consequences WWE needs. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you see? Was it this week's or last week? Rusev was like, when I left WWE, I went to a dark place before I went home, and they're like, yeah, AEW was. He went to AEW dark, like.
But I do like that though. He's the consequences that WWE needs, and I'm not gonna lie, The Miz is making his finisher look spectacular.
Oh God, yeah.
The Miz.
The only thing that threw me off is like, and I know this was like 3 weeks ago maybe now. Like when Miz was out in the ring in the all white suit, Aleister just came in as like black spandex. Bro, the light should have went out. You should have came on in like an all black suit.
Yeah.
Just not in your wrestling gear. Like that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because you can still do the black mass in your suit. You've done it before.
That's like my favorite move. I love that.
The only way I can see them not doing that is because that's how he debuted in AEW. Like Cody was in the ring talking, whatever. The lights were not. The lights came back on. And he was just there, and then he just did a black mass.
I'll be honest with you. We were just talking about the game. That's what
I love. That's like my his finisher. I love his entrance.
Yeah, I can't do the entrance, but the finisher.
The finisher's cool. Yeah,
one of my favorites. In that video, he also called out Carmelo Hayes, and later on in the night, they will end up facing off against each other. Next, we had Zelina Vega and Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. My girl, Chelsea.
I can't believe she lost the title, yo.
Me neither. Green goes for the Unprettier, and Alexa counters into the Sister Abigail for the win.
I'm so glad I'm hoping she's back again.
Yeah, like, I'm hoping too. I'm
not another.
And here, go off topic again. But
we might just call this the off-topic podcast
because I saw something on Twitter that it said the poor man's version of Bliss and Sasha Banks is Zelina.
I saw that because now the way Zelina walks out, the little dance she does almost looks like Sasha's dance.
And then, like I saw, like people commenting, the only difference is that Zelina is actually talented in her. Come on, you can't say it's a poor man's.
No,
Zelina's amazing in the ring.
Yeah, no, she's phenomenal.
You ever see her do training with Aleister?
I'm glad she's finally getting the push that she deserves. Like she had that push when she was queen of the ring, but I'm glad she's finally getting a title.
I don't know, like I think people forget the fact that Aleister or Tommy End before he went to WWE or AEW was like considered one of the best in the world.
Yeah,
and he's training with Vega,
wow,
so obviously.
Right, so she's gonna. You can imagine what if one day she just pulls out the black mask out of nowhere.
That'd be sick.
Oh my god!
But I'm just saying, like you're going to get better.
Right.
Look at Dom.
Right.
He trained with Priest and Finn, and
he was garbage when he first started.
Yeah, but now he's
getting there.
He's the best.
I don't know about the best.
He's the GOAT.
I don't know about the GOAT.
He's the GOAT of something.
Chicken nuggets.
Go to Mysterios.
He is the GOAT of Mysterio.
Yeah. Deadbeat
dad.
Deadbeat. Anyways, speaking of deadbeats.
Oh boy.
Where am I? Oh.
Speaking of deadbeats.
Yeah, no, not a deadbeat, but we had a backstage segment with Santos Escobar approaching Rey Fenix, distracting him, and he gets attacked from behind by Berto and Angel. Andrade shows up to help Phoenix, which sets up a match for later in the night. I didn't even put down many things from it because I thought this promo was
Stupid
and weird.
The Charlotte one.
The Charlotte one. She gets in, she complains a little bit, says if you keep booing,
I'm leaving,
and then she throws the thing down, and then Jade comes out, and they have a little eye contact thing, and I don't know where they're going with that.
And it's like I said before, like after that, when she went back, and she was going to her car, like she opens the door, and Alexa's there, and she's like, "Hi, Charlotte, we need to talk," and I'm like, "No, like you do not, like, don't put yourself in a story with Charlotte, and if you do, don't be like on her side. Don't do that." No. Charlotte's just like, just give it up already. Like your marriage, just give it up already. Like, just
which one?
Wow, wow.
All of them. Next we have the WWE. I put WWW. So
is that why you cool. I'm like, why did you drag that out so far?
Yeah. WWE Women's Championship #1 contender match. Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill. I'm not gonna lie when I say that I wish that this ended up in a no contest.
Why don't I remember this match? I watched SmackDown.
Well, it probably wasn't that memorable. Naomi comes out to distract Jade. Nia hits the Annihilator for the win.
Yeah. I remember it. Yeah, it should have went to no contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nia's now.
Because this is her actual like rematch because she never had one.
Then again, I guess it makes sense because, like you said, this is her actual rematch.
Yeah.
And they had a full circle it.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Which I hope, Tiffany got over the whole Charlotte thing. I hope she could beat Nia too. And
I hope she could beat Nia.
Yeah. I really, really, really do. This was a good one, though. Next up, we had Fraxium versus the Street Profits.
Oh, that was a good match.
In a non-title match. Double team move to Ford by Axiom and Frazier. In Fraxium gets the win. Obviously, like I said before, in a non-title match, but that was...
Yeah. Can you imagine?
That was an upset.
Yeah. I know you want Frazier to go with Seth and them. Don't break them up.
I don't think so.
And I know there was, I don't know, like a month or 2 month reign in NXT where it seemed like they were going to break up. Don't break them up. If they're doing phenomenal stuff like this on the main roster, no way.
Do you think Axiom should keep the mask?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because in NXT UK he didn't have a mask.
Yeah.
And then he came over and he changed his name and gave him a mask.
I mean, he could take the mask off and still be Axiom.
He could. He doesn't have to change his name back to A-Kid or whatever the hell it was.
Axiom Kid.
Axiom Kid. Was that a...
That's A. Kid.
No, but could that have been a Vince thing?
What?
Put the mask on him?
Maybe.
Vince was still there, I guess.
Yeah.
And he did that, yeah. Like, why? I don't know.
He liked masks and...
Pause.
Handcuffs.
Pause!
Okay. Anyways. Very happy to see Fraxium.
We're going to get a copyright strike for that, by the way.
Probably.
Now that it's more clear, now we can hear it, now we can hear better.
I don't even care. Come for me, bro. That's it. You want to...
Pause! Whoa, pause. First of all, hold on.
What
you just said.
I just said people have a problem?
Before that. Not the way you said it.
We'll have promo battles with people. I don't even care.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll go straight Eminem and 8 Mile. Let's go.
Did you see the video?
Well, except for throwing up on myself because my mom doesn't make spaghetti anymore.
Did you see the video? Somebody took a Captain America Falcon action figure against a bag of M&Ms and they did the ending of 8 Mile like that. Like in the middle of Target.
That's freaking great. Next up, we have Carmelo Hayes with The Miz versus Aleister Black. Match was set up earlier in the night. Black ends up getting the win via the most dangerous move in wrestling.
The Black Mass.
No, the roll-up, man. Oh. Come on.
I thought he hit him with a Black Mass.
Come on.
Oh, he did hit him with a roll-up. That's right.
Roll-up is the most
dangerous. Why I was like, why are you going this way with it for the Black Mass? I was like, I thought because we were talking about it because it's like...
No. The roll-up is the most dangerous move in wrestling, and you're my fruit roll-up.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. All right. Okay.
After the match, Miz gets hit with the Black Mass.
That's what it was.
And once again, sold it like a champ.
Did you see now that everybody's singing everybody's entrances, now they're singing the Miz's entrance too? There's like
the Miz's song.
A behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, but there's somebody in the crowd like recording it, and he's in the middle of the ring like loving it because they're all singing his music.
I think it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I came to play.
Yeah. I want to see people try to do Doms.
Because it's all Spanish?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't even think Dom can do Doms.
Probably not. To be honest with you. I want to know what it says.
I want to know what it says. Yeah, maybe I don't.
It's probably gonna say something
Yeah,
stupid
like I like chicken nuggets or some shit.
I pinned you 1, 2, 3. I'm the winner. But it sounds so badass and cool. Yeah. Maybe we'll be able to have it translated for us.
Oh, maybe we'll be able to have it translated for us.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. So, anyways, Fraxium and Motor City Machine Guns were talking backstage in a segment. DIY comes out of nowhere, just like an RKO, and attacks all 4 of them. You know what, I'm going to say, I love the tag division on SmackDown.
I was just going to say it's so much better than the tag division on Raw.
There's on Raw, there's 2.
There's what do you got? The New Day and you got the War Raiders.
And the Creed Brothers.
That's
it. Now these guys, just everybody's beating each other up.
And now that I'm thinking about it, if you think it's a lot of high-flying teams on SmackDown, and it's a lot of, like, brutes on Raw. The Creeds, the War Raiders. Yeah, the War Raiders and the Creeds do like high flying moves.
Are they brawling brutes?
They could be brawling brutes.
Where's
he been at?
Or are they Bulgarian brutes?
Oh, he just came back, Sheamus.
Yeah. Are they Bulgarian
they
brutes?
They better not be Bulgarian brutes. He just needs to go back with Lana and stay home.
Oh, you don't like Rusev?
I was never a Rusev fan.
I liked him. You know what? They had a big opportunity when he went against John to have that like perfect good guy versus that bad foreigner dude, and They dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball. Yeah. Maybe if they have, because even now, like he went against Otis, he's going against Tozawa. Like I don't want to see that.
I want to see him go against Gunther.
Go against Gunther. Go against Breaker. Go against like somebody your size. Don't put yourself in squash matches. You had that your whole last run in WWE.
Next we have Los Garza. Angel Umberto versus Andrade and Rey Fenix. Andrade ends up hitting his finish on Umberto for the win. I can't. I think.
I'm trying to think what Andrade's finish is.
I don't know. I can't write.
I can't spell, so
my handwriting honestly is equivalent to somebody in an earthquake, and that's somebody with, I don't know, Michael J. Fox in an earthquake. So, I don't know. I can't read anything that I wrote. He can't read at all, so I can't even ask him for help.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Andrade ends up hitting the finish and getting the win. After the match, there was a little something in the ring with Santos. He was yelling at, like, Angel and Berto, and Berto, like, slapped his hands away, and Angel ends up leaving.
Angel's like...
I feel like they're going to go with Andrade.
I feel like that too, yeah.
And Santos is just going to be that lone Latino.
That'd be a cool name for him.
That should be his new gimmick.
That should be his new gimmick.
Instead of the Lone Ranger, the Lone Latino.
Instead of the Lone Ranger. That would be cool.
SmackDown ends with the John Cena promo that ended up, Randy Orton coming out. They're just going back and forth, basically setting up the match for Backlash. It ended with Cena taking another RKO, which he's taken like...
That's the one where, what's his name was...
Like 100 of RKOs?
Yeah, because it's going to happen before Mania. But isn't that where the fake Orton came out first? Or am I thinking of 2 weeks ago?
No.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Was that 2 weeks ago or was that last week?
It's been a long
Do you know who that was, though?
Who?
It was Stan. Why can't I think of Stan's real name? Sean Spears.
Oh.
It was Sean Spears in the hoodie.
I love Sean Spears.
He did it really good. Like he had the arm movements and everything. I was like, damn, he's like, okay. I thought it was Miles Bourne at first because he's Orton Jr. now all of a sudden. But they said it was Sean Spears. I was like, he had the mannerisms down and everything.
Cool. I'm gonna say something. It's kind of weird talking about SmackDown, right? Because like this SmackDown happened, but then the pay-per-view already happened too.
Right.
Which we haven't talked about yet.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. Like, this seems just so old to me.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to figure out something for when pay-per-views happen.
Because, like, I'm talking about, like, Cena in promo setting up for the match at Backlash.
But we already know what happened for the...
He gets RKO'd, and then all of a sudden, like...
Maybe we'll have to figure out... We'll have to figure something, like, a new, like... I don't know.
We have to figure out how to pay attention.
Well, that, but we also have to figure out... Because, like, now you're going to talk about Raw...
Oh, I did it backwards.
But we're skipping Backlash. So, like, because Backlash is going to be the podcast.
Yeah, because because now we're going to talk about Raw, and the things that happened on Raw could have happened
This
on...
is stuff we shouldn't talk about with the camera.
This is stuff. But see, you know what? We're growing. We're learning.
We're, what, 5 months in now?
And
almost.
and we're doing it in front of you.
No, we are. We're 5 months in now. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're showing growth here. This is real self-evaluation, if you will.
It is.
And you know, I mean, by watching us, you'd be like, well, how are they so good at this?
I don't know if they're saying that.
But now you see what happens behind the scenes, and it's like, hey, I mean, even Michael Jordan missed a couple shots in his career, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Some might ask, we've been off for a week, and now we come back, and all of a sudden Moran has all this confidence. Where did that come from?
Yeah, where did that come from?
I don't know. No idea, but it's here.
Do we need to be off every 2 weeks for you to have confidence all of a
Did
sudden?
you just snort? What, do you want to go outside and jump in muddy puddles? What are you doing, Peppa? Chill.
I just deleted. Nobody else.
You better not delete this.
Nobody's gonna see this part anyway.
Delete this, I quit.
This is gonna be the blooper at the end.
I'll quit.
That's fine.
I'll walk out.
That's fine.
Like Stone Cold.
Okay. What happened to Raw?
What happened on Raw?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going right to Raw.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a lot of me talking.
What do you mean we're going right to Raw? It was just SmackDown. We're not talking about Backlash. So we're going to Raw. Then we're going to go to NXT. That's
Breath mint?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I know I talk a lot of trash, but I'm alright. I'm good.
We're not sponsored, but these are delicious.
Not yet. Could at least had a name.
Well, I had to say, like, breath mint so people didn't think I was just popping pills. Oh, that's why I'm right as confidence.
Oh, see that, Drew?
Because he's high off his ass.
I mean, that's your own idea.
What, popping pills?
Making people think you're popping pills. Nobody's going to pop pills from a mint dispenser.
That's how you be indiscreet. You're not going to be like, oh my god, what does he have when it's this? But if I have a prescription bottle, you're going to be like...
No, a lot of more people are going to not look at the prescription bottle and just go, he's taking his daily meds. Because they're going to look at that and go, why is there an orange pill coming out of your mint dispenser?
I just figured that I would, show people that I was taking these because it would be a great icebreaker to lead into Raw.
Wow. Wow. We are doing this.
What do you think?
How did Raw go? What?
So, we start off Raw with CM Punk coming out, cutting a little promo, saying he's pissed off, mostly pissed off at himself, because this isn't the first time that Heyman has stabbed him in the back. Basically, Jay warned him about Heyman. He should have listened and everything. Heyman and Seth end up interrupting. Breaker then hits the ring and attacks Punk. Sammy comes out of the crowd and attacks Braun Breaker. Jey Uso then gets involved, attacking Seth. It just turns into an entire giant brawl.
I want to see them all dressed like Seth. I want to see Heyman in like a Seth suit. Breaker in a Seth suit.
Seth, I feel like he's been toning it down.
He has been toning it. He's definitely been toning it down. He's not. They're still like outlandish colors, but they're not like the flames that he wore like the one pay-per-view.
I don't know. That is funny to me. I like it. I'm gonna start dressing like it. Between him and Pretty Deadly.
I was gonna say with the see-through shirts he used to wear.
I'm just saying, if you put him and Pretty Deadly together, you missed an opportunity.
You know, there's another person that wears see-through shirts you could throw in there too now.
Pretty freaking Deadly. That would have been perfect.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah. But who am I? They won't hire me. So.
Tyler Breeze too. Don't forget, you always said Tyler Breeze.
Prince Pretty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna refer to myself as Prince Pretty from now on.
What happened after the Punk promo?
Everything.
The rest of Raw happened. I know.
Basically, at the end of the brawl, Jay, Punk, and Sammy stand tall in the ring. However, there was an interesting thing that I noticed. Somebody pointed out on Twitter that when they were in the ring, and Sammy had a chair at some point, the way he was standing behind Punk was like, kind of like how Seth stood behind Roman.
Kind of like how he stood behind Jay when Jay was on the corner.
Yeah.
I
know there's a lot of speculation, like, who could join this group? Could it be Nathan Frazier?
There's a lot of rumors that there's going to be nobody.
I know, but like Bronson Reed or like all this stuff. And like, I think it's either going to be A, nobody, or B, Sammy.
What if it was? Because Seth was like, Sammy, I'm giving you this out. You can go to SmackDown. You were already gifted a title shot. I'm giving you this out. You can go. And he's like, no, man, I'm staying here. What if it is Sammy? That'd be a turn.
Yeah, because he's like insanely over face right now.
That would be a turn. That'd be a good prediction that you'd finally get right.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I can't take credit for it. I can't take full credit for it because I saw it off Twitter. But I also can't give the guy who I saw it off of credit because I don't remember where I saw it.
Because you don't know who it was, yeah.
So, but I could just say that whoever you are, which I guarantee you will not be watching this video.
No, we gotta be positive they're watching this.
Okay.
Probably not this episode.
Whoever you are.
Next week's episode. This one's a disaster.
Whoever you are around your dinner table where your entire family is watching this video, you were right. I'm not stealing it. I'm simply borrowing it for entertainment purposes. And yes, good luck on your future endeavors.
Don't future endeavor anybody. Wow.
I just future endeavored the guy from Twitter.
Wow.
What?
Yo, the way Bully Ray future endeavored BJ Ray, he loved it.
Oh yeah, I hated that guy.
He loved it.
Anyways, boom. Moving on to the second match, we have Penta versus Chad Gable. Chad Gable, not
The first match.
yeah, that is the first.
You
match.
said the second match.
Did I? Well, the first one was guys matched up against each other.
The
so it was
second segment.
Match is
Okay. Okay.
Heyman,
There was a, you know what? There probably was a dark match, so you're probably right.
Heyman had a pack of matches in his pocket.
There was probably a dark match, so it probably is the second match.
Yeah.
There
He likes lighting candles.
Oh, man. Is he like the Alistair?
Oh, that's quick thinking. I like that. Anyways, we have Penta versus Chad Gable. Penta gets the win after jumping off the top rope into a Mexican Destroyer.
That was sick. That was
awesome.
Sick. I saw
Dude,
that.
I could literally watch those two wrestle for like hours. Gable is so
Gable's really good.
underrated.
Yeah, no, he definitely
It's
is.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It is absolutely disgusting. In a good and bad way at the same time. I don't even know which. All right, so next we have New Day out for commentary on the War Raiders versus the Creed Brothers match. Kofi interferes and hits Ivar as the ref is distracted, and Julius and Brutus double team Ivar to get the win. So, I mean, I'm glad to see another team involved in the tag team division on Raw, because we just talked about how good the one is on SmackDown.
Right.
But it's still just like...
Still need more. You know who's... H.R. Down Under's on Raw. Where have they been?
Well, Theory was getting screwed over by...
Right, no, you're right.
Waller.
Right.
And I think next week, now Waller is fighting Sheamus.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's when he's going to turn on him?
Just put them in this tag division. Like,
do something with them. Yeah, we need more tag teams on Raw. We really do. Next up, Jey Uso ends up hitting the ring, calls out Logan Paul, but Gunther's music hits. I did like when Gunther said that 80% of his time in WWE he's been a champion. And honestly, if we fact check that, I think he might be right.
100% right, yeah.
Because the United Kingdom Championship, and then the IC title, and then like...
The NXT title, too.
And the NXT title, yeah, I think, yeah.
He's absolutely right.
Saying Uso still isn't a worthy champion, and basically he challenges whoever wins the Jey and Logan Paul.
When is Saturday main event? Is that 2 weeks?
It's a Saturday night.
This was a good interaction between those two.
It was, and I know a lot of people are saying that they hate the fact that like it's Gunther and Jey again, but like
you have to
expect Gunther to lose and be like, "Oh, I don't want my title back."
You have to give him his rematch.
Like he's not gonna be like, "Oh, you beat me? Okay,
right.
I'm gonna go after the speed title now."
They talk about that now because Americano has the speed title, and Sol Ruka's got the women's speed title. They're actually talking about those titles now.
Wonder if Starbucks is, like, you know, people went there more after El Grande Americano.
Oh my god! I'm like, where are you?
It's literally named after a drink.
I'm like, where are you pulling Starbucks from?
I'm just saying, it's free advertisement.
It is free advertisement.
Yeah.
Does it come with a piece of metal in your drink like it does in his mask?
Only in the top. Yeah. Only on the top part. The lid is not plastic. It's actually metal.
It's metal.
Yeah.
On a plastic cup.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So backstage we end up seeing Braun attacks Jey Uso backstage.
That was because earlier Seth was like, I need you to do something before you leave, and I was trying to read his mouth, and I'm like, he's saying attack CM Punk, and it's like, no, it's attack Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Look at Jey Uso with the title now. He's getting attacked by Braun and Seth. He has a fight with Logan Paul. He has Gunther still there. I would be like,
Take this bag.
Like here.
Yeah.
Here. Is this what this is? Like, I'm done.
I don't know how I feel about his blue side plates.
Call up Jimmy. Let's go for the tag titles.
Yeah, let's go for the tag. Put them on Raw for the tag title.
Can you imagine when they do, like, if they go for another run with the tag
They
titles?
have to.
They have to.
How many?
So excited.
I wonder. I know them and New Day were close for like most. If they bring that rivalry back.
So you know what I didn't realize, and I know we're going back to the video game again, but it happened and it surprised the hell out of me. I put like the bloodline together, but just the pure ones, not the family, like the Tongans or stuff like that.
Not the like outside branches.
Yeah, not the outside branches. Anyways, whatever. I put the Usos back together. And they have their old music in the game. I didn't realize they did.
The penitentiary music? Or like before that?
No, the penitentiary.
That's cool.
Because they didn't have it in last year's game. But they have it in this one. So like you could choose Jay, Jimmy's, or their actual...
No, you have to have the penitentiary.
Because like they come out and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh shit, this is the actual... Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. Next up, we have Finn Balor with Carlito and JD McDonough versus AJ Styles.
That was such a good match.
That was
such a good match.
Yeah.
I like how Cole and McAfee were like, where's Dom at? Why is Dom at? They're all like, shut up. Why Dom's not out here?
Eventually, Penta ends up coming out to take out Carlito and JD. Styles hits the phenomenal forearm on Finn for the win. Ooh.
Can we talk about the
I got
backstage
bars.
segment of the Judgment Day?
I got bars. Finn for the win.
Dom's like, I called Liv and she said good morning, but it's night here. I'm so confused. And then JD gets that skull and he's like, look, this is us. This is Liv. Here's the sun. And they're going like, trying to show him like time differences. And I was like, this is
what about
great.
Carlito? Asking,
dude, want to go out? You can use your card, but I'll pay you back. That's funny.
And then she like tweeted after. She was like, do you think he's going to pay me back?
Do you use the pay me back? I was like, man, I love, like, don't bring this Judgment Day up.
No, I love Carlito. I mean, if they had to break it up, like Finn do his own thing.
Yeah, Finn and JD do it, but like the Carlito and like Raquel stuff, and when as soon as Dom was like, she said good morning, I'm so confused. I was like, yes, that's perfect. That's your deadbeat dad not showing you my time zone.
Well, he didn't know about time zones. Well, his dad couldn't teach him anything because he wasn't home.
Not fair.
He just left him home by himself in his room.
That's right. His mom just showed him.
Stealing his $5,000 off of him that he got.
They put in. He said they put it in a trust for his sister's college.
Next, we have a Becky Lynch promo. I liked it. Only thing about it is, you know how big of a Becky fan I am.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing about it is, I feel like she took the same route as John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Basically telling the fans, but I mean this in a good way and a bad way. Bad way, it felt the same route as Cena. A good way, everything she said, I feel like the same with Cena is kind of true.
Yeah.
Like she's like, oh, you like me until I finally won, and then you stop liking me. Just because now I'm successful, and now you're just going to follow the next person that's on their way up. Like, that's true. That's the wrestling.
That's what wrestling is, yeah.
Yeah, everybody wanted Cody to finish the story. As soon as he becomes the champion, 2 weeks later, his run is stale. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah. Everybody loves Roman right now. I get it bad if Roman wins the title back. Oh, Roman again. Blah, blah, blah.
Roman again. Yeah.
I did like it, though. I mean, obviously, I can't really say what happened at the match at Backlash and everything, but I like the heel Becky. I like
heel Becky, yeah.
Yeah.
I did feel like the man heel Becky better than like what she was trying to, the last time when she came back, what she was trying to do.
But I mean, but also you have a heel Becky, you got super heel Seth, and then you have them posting adorable videos of them and their daughter
for Mother's Day, which is really random. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the one where she was doing wrestling moves on Seth?
I did see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you two are two of the most hated people on Raw right now.
You can't be doing this right now.
Adorable stuff.
Make your own private Twitter and put that on there.
I don't know. It's cute though. I like it. Seth put her over.
Seth always is gonna put her over.
He has to.
He has to.
As a dad, that's it. You're never winning again.
Right.
You become a dad, you're the Brooklyn Brawler. That's it.
Yo.
You're taking L's left and right. That's it. Got to put the kids over. Got to. Last but certainly not least, we have Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus Julia and Roxanne Perez. I'm so happy we get to see Julia and Roxanne on the main roster.
Are they called up? Is it an official thing?
Up?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a lawsuit from Disney? They should come up with balloons.
Because Roxanne did have the Raw patch on.
If you haven't noticed, whatever you gave me for my headache earlier definitely worked.
Yeah,
but I'm not necessarily sure it was 100% Tylenol.
I think it was expired, whatever it was.
Was it?
I don't know.
Whatever's happening to me right now is a direct byproduct of what you've given me.
Hey, that's fine. We'll pause. How did this match end?
It wasn't that satisfying. Jeez. How did this match end? Well, I will tell you. Once I could see it. Basically, Ripley hits the Riptide on Julia and gets the win for their team. That's what happened.
I mean, basically, that's what happened. And then she looked at EO with the title afterwards.
No, yeah, they were having fun doing their thing, and like she was like, yeah, like tap the title, like I'm still coming for this. But then like EO's like, I will defend it against you. Like,
did you hear there was a rumor?
I like the respect.
It might have even been from that fake page with the catering thing that like the ending of Raw was leaked because Asuka and Kyber were supposed to come back and attack EO. I might have even been from the fake catering page.
I heard that they're close to being back.
Kyber's getting jacked. She's training with Xia Li, and I think Cross is training both of them. They're getting jacked.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're the Kabuki Warriors, right?
Well, not Xia Li. Xia Li.
Well, no. I'm
her
talking
and
about
Asuka, yeah.
Sane and Asuka.
Yeah. Kabuki Warriors? Yeah, those two.
Yeah, because they're damage control, but then like they were always the Kabuki Warriors.
Because did Paige make them the Kabuki Warriors?
Paige.
Remember when Paige was like their manager?
I do not actually. Either way, I like those two as a team.
No, yeah, those two. I like Kyrie. I like how she does like the pirate princess stuff.
Do you think like that they're gonna come back and be damage control, or do you think they're gonna come back?
I don't know.
Especially
with Dakota not being there.
Yeah, but I read something that like internal WWE is like insanely impressed with Io Sky.
I read that too.
So I mean, I don't know. I know there's a really hard English barrier, but like she's doing great so far.
She's doing real good. I love the whole like.
Yeah.
And then now the crowd does it.
Yeah, I don't even know where that came from.
Mania? Did she do it at WrestleMania? I think that's the first time she did it.
We should do it all the time now.
She does it all the time now.
No, I meant we.
No, we're not doing it all the time.
Yeah,
we're old. We're gonna blow a shoulder out or something.
We could always do Randy Orton's pose. I always thought it was more out like this. Like I didn't realize it was like in. I always forget.
I always think it's out more too, and I always forget that like it's not as angled because I'm always like it's closer together.
Yeah.
I'm always like I want the arm out more.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
why.
not.
Maybe it's like the Mandela effect.
Speaking of Randy Orton, we can go to NXT with his son Miles Bourne.
Oh yeah, I'm done with Raw. Look at that. Goddamn. All right.
NXT did start with a Miles Bourne promo, saying He's getting a shot at Battleground for the title, and he's saying, "I want to be known for my ability, not my disability," because he's partially deaf. He's getting really over really quick.
He is,
and it's really good
because he got the look. If you want to talk about pure wrestling, right? You have what? You have the look. You have your wrestling ability. You have your talking ability.
Check.
Yeah, and I know he has the disability to where his speech is a little different, but and I'm not taking no cheap shot, but like. Jack Swagger had a speech impediment.
Oh God, Cody's got a lisp.
Like, I know that him being partially deaf is making him talk differently, but like, in the beginning of the promo, you notice it, but then like 3 seconds in when he's talking, I feel like I forget.
But what threw me off? He had an LFG mic. He didn't have an NXT mic. He had an LFG mic, which
that was weird.
Threw me off.
I don't understand that.
I was gonna bring up another thing too, but I realized it was a gimmick, so I'm not gonna bring it up.
Are you going to talk about Bubba Ray Dudley?
No, Matt Morgan.
Or Goldust?
Oh, Bubba Ray's, yeah, Bubba Ray stuttered too.
Yeah.
Those were all, Goldust was.
No, I'm just saying, like, a couple seconds into it, I just don't even notice it anymore.
Right.
Which is whatever.
It's not a bad thing, no.
No, I'm a big fan. Big, giant.
He cut a little promo. The rest of No Quarter Catch crew in the ring. So after that, Obafemi came out because Obafemi had a match against Charlie Dempsey. It's kind of a squash match, shockingly, but it's Obafemi. Like, he won with the fall from grace. After that, there was a match with Tony D and Wesley. Halfway through the match, Stacks came out and said, Stacks came on the thing and said, I found the hiding spot. I know where. Oh man, I can't think of the girl's name.
I just remembered something from the news I had to write down.
I can't. What's the girl's name in the family?
Her.
I can't think of her name. But Stacks is like, I know where she's at and stuff. So that distracted Tony. So Wesley hit the cardiac kick to get the win. After that I think this match was for the number one contendership because the way I watched it, but I don't remember ever hearing anything about it. It was Miles Bourne versus Ethan Page. And the way I read it on WWE's website, it said Miles Bourne won with the jackknife pin to keep his number one contender. I don't ever remember unless I wasn't paying attention during NXT, I don't ever remember a thing between those two of, hey, I want the number one title shot. Whatever. Next was Tatum Paxley versus Thea Hale. Thea Hale won because Tatum Paxley went a little crazy and got DQ'd because everybody left her, so now she went crazy in the ring. Because it's just her now. I don't even know if there's a Chemical X anymore.
Her and Gigi were such a good tag team, too.
I like, even when Shotzi, because Shotzi was supposed to be there longer, but then they were going to pull her to do a run with Chelsea. And she's like, no, I want to be down here with the girls. And then that's when they're like, we're not renewing your contract, sorry. Copyright strike.
Copyright strike.
So the final match of NXT was Fatal Influence versus Stephanie Vakir and Jordynne Grace. I can't even read the typing on the computer. I got really confused because it says Grace gave, and I was like, why does it say Grace? Grace gave JC Jane the Beast Mode for the win. After the match, Vakir and Jordynne were looking at the title because at Battleground they also have a title match. Battleground's probably going to be a good pay-per-view, honestly.
I believe so.
I really don't see any titles changing, but Oba and Miles is going to be a good match.
Yeah, I don't see that.
There's a Hendry and Trick for the TNA title. Come on. The TNA title's being defended on an NXT pay-per-view. That's awesome.
Just say his name.
Is he appearing? Or is he...
Well, if he was outside your window.
That's creepy as shit. So now we can go outside the ropes into the news.
So it's creepy when you're outside someone's window?
There's a what's that thing called? There's a roof right there. How's he getting on the roof? Unless you mean like out in the street, okay.
If you said Joe Henry can't get on your roof, I believe he can.
I guess we're going to have to be able to see if he can do it or not.
I believe.
All you got to do is believe.
Yeah. Oh, so we're going outside the ropes?
Yeah, we are going outside the ropes.
Outside the ropes. All right.
I don't have too many interesting things. They're all just random, like...
Why am I holding to the side of the table?
I don't know. You're waiting, you're bracing for something crazy, but I have nothing crazy.
I'm going to flip the table. I don't know. What the hell did you give me before?
I don't know, but I guess I'm going to start with the news.
Okay,
go ahead. I mean, it's not a news thing, but Miles Bourne and Stephanie Vakir are now dating. Lucky Miles Bourne. Good for him.
Yeah.
To go along with that, from AEW, Nick Wayne and Mariah May are also dating. Good for Nick Wayne. I'm proud of you. You're only like 20 and you're getting that. I'm proud of you. Good for you. What do you got for the news?
That's all you have is just...
No, I've got other random stuff, but I don't want to do all my stuff and then all your stuff unless that's how we used to go back and forth. I know we haven't recorded in 2 months.
I'm just saying that like all your stuff has to do with like you're like an episode of freaking Total Divas here.
I used to like that show. Yo, Ambrose was on that show and he went a little wild on that show. The dude, I remember when the dude stole Renee's hat and he ran after the guy and the guy was scared he was gonna get the shit kicked out of him. What else? What do you have for the news? Unless you want me to read everything else that I have. I guess I'll read everything else that I have.
Sorry, hold on. It was just for dramatic effect. Okay. So the National Hispanic Media Coalition is set to honor Rey Mysterio at the 2025 Impact Awards Gala.
When you read it, I was like, I didn't know anything about it. You know what? I don't.
And basically, not to interrupt you, sorry, but
no, you're good. So I have to add something to the
what
news.
that is basically just, I mean, kind of says it in the title, but anybody like TV shows, things like that, like just media wise, anybody that's Hispanic and has been very successful in it can be like a nomination or something like that. So
to go along with that, Damian Priest is set to be inducted into the Bronx Walk of Fame, and he's getting a name in the Bronx named after him. That's when you said that, I was like, oh, that reminded me because they talked about it on Raw.
See, we do feed off each other. Look at that.
He's set to be recognized for his accomplishments as a WWE superstar and his ties to Bronx.
Superstar?
He is one of several inductees for the 2025 Bronx Walk of Fame, including freestyle singer Judy Torres, former NBA player Kemba Walker, and artist social media figure Devin Rodriguez. Priest is a high-class performer and athlete who trained in his father's martial arts school in the Bronx.
Oh, Kemba Walker, not Kembe.
It says Kemba. It says Kemba.
Yeah.
Well, you said Kembo. Did I say Kembo?
No, you said Kembe. I was like, Kembe.
Kamba. How else am I supposed to say?
Kemba.
Okay, Kemba.
Kemba Walker.
Well, the way you said it, I thought I heard O. I'm like,
Played for the Hornets. He played for the Knicks for a little bit.
He's all, so I'm guessing they're all getting names, streets named after him, which is really cool. But yeah, you saying that reminded me of that. So
no, that's pretty cool.
See how we work out.
Congratulations, Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest. The new stable in NXT of Wesley, Tyson DuPont, and Tyreek Igwe.
Igwe, I believe.
Igwe?
Yeah.
Igwe.
Because it's like IGWE or something.
Has officially been named the High Rise.
I do like that name.
Yeah, and Rise is spelled RYZE.
I love that name so more than Out the Mud. That's a dumb fucking... I know that's not them. It's a different tag team, but Out the Mud is a dumb tag team name. And now they're just going by OTM because it's stupid.
I took a book out of FTR. Well, took a page out of FTR's book by shortening it to just let next up, I have The Miz will be hosting the American Gladiators reboot. That's going to be on Amazon Prime Video.
It makes me want to buy Amazon Prime.
I have Amazon. Do you have Amazon Prime?
No, I don't have Amazon Prime. I don't buy stuff off of Amazon.
Why?
I don't buy stuff off of Amazon.
Why?
Or when I do, they're like, "Hey, we're giving you this free trial." I'm like, "Cool, thanks."
Why?
I don't buy that much stuff off. I used to love American Gladiators. I had the action figures. I used to love that show.
You liked the guys, didn't you?
It used to. I mean, the girls were just as manly as the guys. It used to be on like 5 a.m. sometimes on ESPN.
Like
I used to love that show.
My
favorite was the one where they had like they weren't Nerf guns, but the different like guns. They had to run back and forth, and the guy was up top with like the tennis ball
he was
launcher,
at the top
with the tennis ball launcher.
Go, like, into the,
Oh, that was probably my favorite.
Yeah, I wanted to always do that, but then I realized I was not athletic at all.
You run to the first one, you're out of breath.
Seriously, I'd stand up and I get hit in the mouth with it.
That was that. I used to love that show.
Also, if we're gonna go off of videos, TV shows, there's a new Braun Strowman series that is going to be appearing this fall on the USA Network. It's called Everything on the Menu, and it's basically a food show.
I saw that, but it's produced by. I heard it's produced by WWE.
It is.
You just got
the Strowman thing isn't as like a release as just a release. Like Strowman's like 15% paralyzed with his one leg.
Yeah, his one leg. He can't feel his one leg.
And I think I read somewhere that like they're like amicable.
Yeah.
Right. They separated. It wasn't nobody's mad at each other. Right. So like, yeah, they're still gonna do this show with it. Like, because I think the show was already filmed.
Probably. But
still, like, it's Braun Strowman. Like, I don't think they're gonna throw him to the side. You know.
Right. So go along with TV shows. Last Sunday there was an AEW Family Guy crossover. I didn't watch it. I just saw the little clip online. But Peter Griffin was wearing Excalibur's mask. I don't know why I said Excalibur. He was wearing Excalibur's mask.
Yeah. And
apparently Colt Cabana was the one to like. He was talking about it for months because I guess he knows like. I don't know if he knows Seth MacFarlane or if he knows somebody on that works for Family Guy, but he was trying to get this to go for a while now. I feel like
he would know Seth Green, which is the guy who does Chris, by the way.
I thought Seth MacFarlane... Oh, no, Seth Green does Chris. Yeah, you're right. Seth MacFarlane does like everybody else.
Yeah, MacFarlane does Peter, Stewie, Quagmire.
Yeah.
Brian. Which is literally his actual voice.
Yeah, he doesn't change it for it. It's kind of cool.
No.
Are you done with all your...
I don't know. I didn't know if you were still going. I didn't know. I was in a row.
All right. So, Indy Hartwell recently won the vacant House of Glory women's title at House of Glory Waging War. I'm glad for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
Because all she ever won was the NXT title and had to give it up.
And then got hurt. And in the beginning, when I said finally wins gold, I meant finally wins gold ever since she left.
Right.
But then you had to rudely interrupt my introduction.
Speaking of leaving... The Righteous, Vince and Dutch departed AEW Ring of Honor, and there are teases now and talks of them coming to WWE and joining Karrion Kross, because he did a demo. He did a promo at his house, and like the music in the background was their music. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
to see that.
I love Karrion. Like the story I told you that Shotzi said in an interview that Karrion does a lot of these promo things on his own.
That's really cool. I like that.
He's just like Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona used to do, get himself over.
That's how he got him. I mean, I don't think if he wouldn't have done all that back then, I don't think he would be the indie god that he is.
People are saying that like when Cross comes out and like he'll do the dark matches and stuff, that he's getting an insane reaction right now.
No, I hear
it. He deserves it. He's so good on the mic.
Yeah.
He's so good talking. Anyways, Joe Henry, obviously his contract is coming up very soon. Yeah. And there's a lot of reports saying that when his contract is up, he is going to sign with WWE. Because people in WWE are like enamored by him. They like love his like look, his gimmick, everything. And let's not to mention he has some ties there with like people like Drew and stuff because he's
from all the indie work.
Yeah, and he's from I think Scotland. Right?
He's
Scottish.
I believe Scottish. He was also not a jobber, but like somebody's lawyer, I think, back in the day. Like Ciampa was somebody's lawyer back in the day. He was either somebody's lawyer or like married somebody back in the day too. So I mean, he has ties to WWE.
But if I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive him and Drew are pretty close.
I think so because they had stuff even in the Indies going on.
Here's one that you're not gonna like, but I read it anyways. That WWE has reportedly begun internally discussing Bill Goldberg's return to TV.
Yeah, I know. Because I don't want to talk about it now, but I'm so glad that the rumors didn't happen.
Well, I mean, we could say it because it didn't happen, but the rumors were that he was going to get involved in the match at Backlash.
I'm so glad that didn't
with
happen.
Gunther and Pat McAfee, but obviously it didn't, so.
Thank God. Thank God.
That's almost... Finlay from New Japan.
David Finlay.
Yeah, there's reports that WWE is highly interested in bringing him in because obviously Fit is there and his brother is there as well.
Who's his brother?
Oh, man. Why'd you ask me that question?
Because I don't know who his brother is. While you look that up, I'll talk about the rest of the news that I have. So Adam Copeland recently said that it'll probably be time to call it a day in his in-ring career when he turns 53 at the end of his AEW contract. He turns 53 next October. That's long enough. You've given us a lot of your life. You've given us a lot of your career. You've broken your neck for us. Like, you don't even need to wait that long, man. You can retire now. It's fine. Like, we'll be okay. Still nothing? Okay.
No, I got it.
Oh, okay.
His name is Brogan Finlay. He is signed to WWE where he performs on an NXT brand under the ring name Uriah Connors.
One of the dudes from Chase U?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I did not know that.
He is Finley's one son, and then obviously you have David too. That WWE is interested in bringing him over.
Well, obviously, because I believe David Finley's also the leader of the Bullet Club right now, and every leader of the Bullet Club
ends up.
Most of them,
besides Kenny.
Besides Kenny, most of them end up in WWE.
Which, Kenny Omega said you never know. He might end up in WWE, but Mr. Beast might end up in WWE. So
He said that shit.
Kenny's hilarious. I love Kenny.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I like Kenny because Kenny gives props to other companies.
No, he does, yeah.
He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care.
Like, he'll come out and, like, talk about the New Day. He'll talk about, like... I mean, obviously, there are his friends that he's giving props to, but he doesn't get caught up in that stupid drama, like, we're better than you.
Like, Ospreay, man. I can't believe Ospreay's doing petty shit like that.
Stop it. Stop it, Will.
So there are talks about Collision staying on Thursday nights permanently. I believe the last 2 weeks they were on Thursday. But there's talks because the ratings have been higher. They're moving them from Saturday night to Thursday night. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, why not?
That's no
We used to have Thunder on Thursday nights.
Right. I mean, technically TNA's on Thursday nights, but it's on...
Oh, maybe that's why. And they're like...
Some channel we don't have.
We'll kill WWE's friends.
That maybe that is it. The only other thing I have for the news, it's not really a news thing, but I just put it in here, and we did talk about it before. If what happened to Owen Hart didn't happen, his name wouldn't be around. His name wouldn't be said today.
Oh, that's the thing that you said you saw on what?
Somebody doing an interview of like a hot take, and this was the person's hot take of if what happened to Owen Hart didn't happen.
So if Owen Hart didn't tragically die in that malfunction stunt, his name wouldn't be as popular as it is,
or even around. If that never happened and he still wrestled, his name wouldn't be around. He wouldn't be as popular. I was more of an Owen Hart fan than a Bret Hart fan.
Me too. I was like the underdog.
Yeah, I feel like Bret Hart's overrated.
I like the Black Heart gimmick.
I like the I'm not a nugget gimmick.
The Black Heart was when he had the black tights, short hair. It was kind of after the Nation.
Wasn't he also Blue Blazer?
Yeah, but anyways, I'll take a little bit of this as well because we talked about it before. The hot take has a little bit of validity, as in.
Why was I thinking the same word? I was thinking validity too. That's crazy.
What I said to him is that like when you have like artists, musical artists, when they pass away, like all of a sudden, streams, buys go through the roof.
Look when I know he was super popular. Look when Michael Jackson passed away. His album went like immediately to number one.
When you have actors like pass away, all of a sudden people want to see their movies more and everything like that. So I think part of that is true, but also you can't take away the fact that how talented he was. Here's a hot take. Like I said to you, I think he might have been a better in-ring performer than Bret Hart, and I think he sure as hell had a better promo.
Oh God, yeah.
Like he was better on the mic. Anyways, you cannot take away all that, all the training, all the hard work, everything he did, and just say that he's only popular because he died. Because if he was still alive today, he would go down in history as one of the best ever. Same with like someone like Eddie Guerrero. That's like saying Eddie Guerrero is only popular because he died.
Because he died, right?
No, he would still be considered a GOAT.
Super over, yeah.
It has nothing to do with that.
No.
And like even the only reason why I don't like saying that Owen is only popular because he died is just the way he died.
Oh yeah, that was.
He only has a big name because he died tragically in the ring. Like, I mean, there's famous football, soccer players that have died on the pitch. And honestly, I don't know their names. That's not disrespectful, but it's like they died doing what they loved, and they're not famous for it. But like, I don't know. I think that in that way to look at it is kind of disrespectful.
That's like saying, and it's totally, because I don't think either one of us are super NASCAR fans, but like when Dale Earnhardt died in his car.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt was a GOAT.
He had a career, like he had a super career before that happened.
Yeah. He's not just popular because he died.
Right. And his son's not just popular because he's his son.
That's a very good analogy because he literally died on a massive stage in front of
probably millions of people.
Yeah. That's a very good comparison.
I don't know where that. I mean, probably because I remember seeing it because my father and my brother are huge NASCAR fans, but like, I don't know where that came from.
Really? You don't take me as a NASCAR fan.
I hated NASCAR. You're making a left turn. You're making another left turn.
I guess maybe because you don't have a mullet or a mustache.
Probably. I used to play the old games and go backwards and crash into the other.
Well, I played the old games because they used to have cheats that you could put paintball mode on and shoot people. Anyways, that's my thoughts on that. I think Owen would still be considered top.
I think so.
I don't know top 10 because that's a hard list to get onto. But
top 10 is top. Your top 10 list can change every week.
I would say honestly. If you put like a top 50 wrestlers of all time, and that's a lot of wrestlers. He's on there.
Yeah.
Whether he passed away or not.
Right.
Easy.
So we don't have a typical. We've been doing the shout out of the week stuff. We don't have a typical shout out of the week, but last week when I was on vacation, I was doing a lot of promo work. I had the NWO shirt on. I had the bracelet on. So everybody that came up to me and they were like, "Hey, I love your NWO shirt." I was like, "Hey, thanks, man. Like, we have a wrestling podcast if you want to watch it. If any of you are watching, which we won't know till like next week. Hi, this is the D&D Talk Wrestling Podcast." But like, so a couple cast members were talking to me for like 45 minutes about wrestling, and I was like,
"Which ones?"
I don't remember their names.
Well, no, I meant like what? Oh, do you mean just cast members?
No, cast members.
Oh, I thought you meant like Princess Jasmine.
No. Like I was in a store, and this dude I had my NWO shirt on, and this dude was like, "Hey, do you know they filmed the WCW Nitro entrance like down the street?" And I was like, "I did. I forgot." And we talked for literally 45 minutes, standing in the store talking about. He was at this Mania and last year's Mania.
Get his number.
There was another dude who was at the last like 3 Manias, and I was like, "You guys should follow our podcast." So if you're here following our podcast, cool, awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's our only. That's
especially if you got past talking to him and look past that.
Do you have a promo for the week?
Do I have a promo?
I know it's been like 2 weeks. I have a promo that I meant to talk about in one of my videos, but I'm gonna do it here because I forgot to talk about it.
You know what? I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna think if I have a promo.
It's kind of dumb. I mean, I know you went to Disney. What was that last year? 2 years ago? Last year. And I know it was different for you because you guys got an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And it was a little different for me this time because I stayed at the campground. So it only happened once or twice. But being on a bus and having to stop everything you're doing because somebody's coming in a wheelchair and the wheelchair people have to go first aggravates me. There can be a line of like 20 people to get onto the bus, but then this family of somebody in a wheelchair comes and they're immediately put first. When I went, the year my grandfather...
Trying to get us canceled?
I don't care. The year my grandfather broke his foot and he was put in a wheelchair, he made us wait in line and he didn't get on the bus until we got to the front of the line. Granted, I get it. Some people need it. Other people, there was a guy that pushed his son around. Get out of the way. My kid's handicapped. Get out of the way. Move. We need to be in the front. We need to be this. We need to be that. You're using your kid for no reason.
Oh, so you're talking about the entitled people that used it to their
correct.
advantage.
There was this one guy. I was getting on a boat going back to the hotel, and he was like, "I need a handicap spot. My kid's handicapped. He needs to be right there in that spot in the front." And I'm just like, "Whoa, buddy! Like, the people see that he's in a wheelchair. The people know where the handicap spots are. Like, you don't need to announce it and make it known."
Yeah, I think that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
I think like typical human decency. If someone walks through in a wheelchair, you're just gonna kind of move anyways. And
right.
Kind of let them get to where they need to be.
Get to where they go, where they need to be. Like, especially like the reasoning for you need to be in a wheelchair. Like, and this dude was literally like, just like, we need to move. You're in the way. We need to be up front. We need to be here. We need to be. And I'm like, bro, like, your kid's here having fun. Don't ruin it for him because you want to use his disability to your advantage.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That's all it was. It was nothing crazy. I could go crazier, but I won't because I don't want to get canceled. You're right.
As soon as I heard the topic, I'm like, oh great.
No.
So now
we'll get canceled for other reasons.
National Alliance of Wheelchair Drivers is going to come after us.
That's fine.
Right now.
Just go up some stairs. They won't be able to.
But,
If you have nothing, we can end it because that was kind of bad.
We I don't know. I hit that Michael J. Fox joke earlier.
Oh yeah, you did hit that Michael J. Yeah, so it's not just my fault.
It is your fault. Though.
That's fine because it's the meds I gave you.
He's alright. It is because you drugged me before.
Pause. Whoa.
Whoa. Actually, I do have one thing to say. I don't know if it's like this around the country. I don't know if it's like this from the town or neighborhood that you live in.
Oh boy.
But I've noticed it's like this around here, especially with the school district that my kids go to.
Well, first of all, the school district your kids go to.
Understandable.
I went to the school district, so first of all.
But it's not the school district itself. It is the bus drivers and or the van drivers that say school students on it. Fuck you guys. We're allowed one F word, but it would still be PG-13. You know what I'm saying?
One. Yeah.
Literally, do not pay attention to where you're going, whether or not there's kids in the car or not. I've literally watched these people driving these vans that say school students blow through stop signs, cut me off, go around me as like we're leaving the school from the drop-off line. Like, I don't understand just because you have that sign on your car that says school students that you could literally drive or do whatever the hell you want. Like, you still need to abide by the laws of the road. You still need to actually, like, you know, drive safe, especially when there's children inside of it. Like, I've been cut off by buses full of kids. Buses that just blow through a stop sign, just go right around it. I'm like, okay. So, and then all of a sudden, if an accident happens, woe is me, blah, blah, blah.
It's your fault.
Like, no, it's your fault.
Right.
100% your fault. I hate court. I hate all that bullshit. But if I've ever seen a bus get into an accident and I know it's the driver's fault, I will be there. I will be like Devon Dudley, and I will be testifying.
You know what's crazy?
On these asshole drivers that literally just make up their own rules as they're driving. But like me, I can roll up to a stop sign, move a tiny little inch, and I'll have like 4 cop cars on me.
SWAT's coming down from the sky.
Yeah, I have freaking helicopters coming in.
Do you this was years ago. Do you remember over at the, is it called? I don't know if it's like the bus depot in Wilkes-Barre. The lady that backed her bus up and ran somebody over. She's a school bus driver.
Doesn't surprise me.
She was my school bus driver, and I thought when this whole thing happened, they took her like not license off, but I swore when that whole incident happened, they took her like school bus part off. No, she's still driving school buses, and she ran somebody over with a bus, like backing up. That's crazy.
Well, that's it for my promo.
Cool. That's it for my promo.
Well,
I'm glad to be back again.
A little bit of a sabbatical, but we are going to be going strong going forward.
We got some good obviously this is going to be the podcast, but we got some good podcast topics coming up.
Yeah, we do. And we don't know if we have good weekly review topics because we just go week by week. So The better the wrestling product that's out, the better our show will be. The worse the wrestling product, no, hell.
We're
still
we can
gonna
still
be
make
good.
it good.
We're
Yeah,
still gonna be
make
good.
it
I don't even care. You know what?
We're still gonna make it
I'm
good.
keeping this new persona. That's
good.
That's what I like.
I'm gonna have to keep drugging you up, I guess, every week.
No more self-loathing.
We need a little bit of self. We need a little bit of pity.
No.
Okay.
No. You don't like it? Come get some.
Whoa. All
That's
right.
it. That's it.
Oh boy. On that note, I think it's thank you for joining us this week on the weekly rewind, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, it's nice to be back after a little bit of a vacation, but thank you for watching. See you next week.
Later.